Hey guys, welcome to another toy review from Jason the X and SCNS Live. Sorry for the lack of updates. We had a lot of things to do, but I've made a couple of acquisitions between the last reviews I did, so let's just get right into it. But what you're looking at here is the Kyoryuger Dino Chaser with, of course, Kyoryu Red. Now, this guy was really hard to find as far as the Japanese version. This is the Korean version, if you can tell from that box back there, but it's exactly the same. Of course, there were no sound effects or electronics in this item, so I'm happy to get it at a lower price than you would find the Bandai Japan version of this Dino Chaser. So let's just go ahead and get these guys out of the way. Yep, it's a lot of stuff that comes in. So let's take a look at this box that it comes in. You've got everything in Korean here. Dino Force, which will be Dino Charge, and you got a nice picture of Kyoryu Red on this bike that they become. Of course, you got some stuff here. You know, Bandai South Korea. You got a nice shot of the Kyoryugers on the top of the box. Now, I did get this guy off eBay, and the box did kind of come in some kind of horrible condition, but everything inside was okay. But there you go, Dino and Chase on the side there. On the back, you've got, look at them there, some stuff that I can't read in Korean. Of course, your Jujinshi. There's a look at the bike itself. And, of course, the Kyoryu Red that you get with this guy. So, anyway, moving on. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the Jujinshi number 11 Dino Chaser Jujinshi. Oh, it's a lovely color. I don't know if this is coming off as... I got some new lights, and this looks like it's coming out of a different color, but maybe I'm colorblind, I don't know. But it's actually more of a yellow, and it's kind of looking like a yellowish orange here. As you can see, there's Dino Chaser on the back, so not much to this guy. But we'll go ahead and pop him into the Gabu Revolver. And this makes a... I love this one because you put it in... Of course, then you take the cylinder and give it a spin, and nothing happens. Not to use Jujinshi, but you pull the trigger and... Because in the show they would just shoot this at the ground and the two dinos would come out. And I like that. We're going to get that back out because we're going to need that for later. Now, before we take a look at Dino and Chase, let's go ahead and take a look at the Kyoryu Red that comes with it. So it's not a bad figure. It's not a great figure by any means, but it's not that bad. He comes with two weapons, of course, the Gabu Caliber and the Gabu Revolver. But yeah, like I said, not a great figure. Look, you can see every screw hole in the back here. I mean, this is, and there's no paint back here, and it's very lackluster from behind, but it doesn't look that bad from the front. Nothing too bad here. Not a lot of articulation, just at the knees here. You got a little bit of a ball joint inside here. It can't go that far. No waist articulation. He moves the shoulders up and down, and he does have a twist at the forearm, and the head can do a full 360, I guess, even missing his little spikes there. It doesn't feel right doing it giving it a 360. It feels like it's gonna like wear thin or something. So yeah, this is it's not a very sturdy figure, but you know, just so you can ride the bike. However, he does come with some very detailed weapons. I know that's why I got my lights turned up so you can see. Look at the awesome detail in this thing. This is almost figure arts style. I mean, it's unpainted, of course, but if you look, I mean, there's a lot of detail in this Gabu Caliber. And here's the Gabu Revolver. Once again, a lot of detail. Like, I'm just going to go ahead, I got them right over here, so I was going to make the comparison. Here it is next to the Figure Arts Gabu Caliber. So yeah, if this was painted like this, that would actually be pretty awesome. I mean, it's not that much different except for the trigger guard, but I mean, yeah, pretty cool. And a lot of neat design on this thing, I gotta say. It's almost, you know, almost the same size. It's a little bit smaller than the Figure Arts one, but just a little bit. And then here it is with the Gabu Caliber. Of course, this is a little more slender, not as chunky, but yeah, these weapons are not bad. I'd love to actually maybe get a little bit of paint and, you know, maybe paint these little fine details. No, I wouldn't do that. That's just crazy. And before we get to that, we'll go ahead and compare him to the Figure Arts Kyoryu Red. So So you can kind of check out the size on these guys. And he'll be coming back in for the review a little bit later. So for now, let's go ahead and get Dino and Chase in here. And they're two dinosaurs. They're pretty cool. I like them. Dino's got these little teeny tiny arms here and his mouth open up. But a lot of nice little robotic detail in this guy. You can see the handlebars. You know, you got the part of the bike here. You see the tail for the bike. You got the wheels and his feet, which can transform. Not a lot going on with him, but it's a cool little dinosaur with his little tiny arms. They're just there. And then we have Chase, who's, well, he's got his foot pegs out. Like I said, not much to him. Not a lot of paint on this guy. I mean, you got a little bit of gray back here, but he's got a lot of black. It's not broken up at all with any color. So, yeah. He's got little claws here, too. Little scheming claws. And there's the wheel. Like I said, not much to this guy. You can't really pose anything on him. You can open up his mouth, and you can lower it a little bit. It's more to fit the Judenchi in. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to that part, because they do combine and make a motorcycle. So the first thing you do is take Chase, bring his legs up, like so. Take this railing right below his mouth and bring that down. Because see, this mouthpiece is like pinned in here, but mine doesn't like peg in very well. I haven't worked on it because I don't want to do anything, but as you can see, it's like this just snaps in here, but one side isn't in all the way. So it's not going to break it or anything. It just needs to be forced into those peg holes. Maybe over time it'll do it. So you just want to set him up like that, open up his mouth, and flip this forward. And you want to take a Dino here and just spin the wheel around. There you go. Now the wheel's down there. Take his little dino claws and just kind of push those in. Now these front, well, the claws he stands on, you want to kind of pull them up and push them in. If you look in there, they kind of come down. You have to push them up and in, and then they kind of click in. You see? So we'll try that again over here. Give you a little side profile of it. You just push it in and then bring it down. So they're flush like that. And you want to take his mouth and open it up as well. So now that you got them combined, you want to take your Judenchi and brave in. Probably should have done that when I shot it, but it's just got a little clip in there, and that little notch goes into there. And take Chase and put him on there as well. You got this peg that you want to make sure goes into there. And it's also a slot here that's going to match up with that ridge on top of his nose. So you just put them together like that, close the mouth up, bring these foot pegs down, and there you have Dino Chaser. And it's not a bad bike. It's a little big. Here's where I start to gripe. But don't worry, I have a solution for it. It just causes you to spend a little bit more money. So you want to take the Kyoryu Red figure that you had earlier, put them on the foot pegs, and just kind of bring those arms down, and there you go. He's sitting on the bike, and honestly, he looks like he's riding a bike that's too big for him. I mean, this thing is ginormous, and you can't really sit him back anymore. At least compared to the figure. It's a little out of scale. But, you know, it looks cool, you know, just a little out of scale. However, remember that Figure Arts figure that we had earlier? Remember that guy? Daigo here? So, you want to take him. Just go ahead and bring his arms in. He's very, like I said, this is a Figure Arts figure. It's posable. And the hands, well, I've got the trigger hand on there, but they will slide on there pretty well. And I like to, you know, well, bring the feet up. Okay, I'm having bad luck with that part. But if you look, he's actually a better fit for this bike, at least in my opinion. He doesn't look so, he looks a little big on it, but not too much. It actually looks more in scale. Come on, why you make a fool of me? Get your foot up there. Sorry, now I'm just being a jerk about it. Okay, there we go. So now we got Kyoryu Red from Figure Arts riding that, and we can just go ahead and put a foot down to peg him in. So yeah, I like this better. We'll go ahead and bring in the other figure just to finish off this review. I mean, this isn't a great figure. However, this bike is a perfect scale for it. I've actually got the I got Forze's Machinima Sigler here, and they're pretty much the same size. Looking at these guys from the side, so this is a perfect fit for a figure arts figure if you want to get it. Anyway, that's all I got for the Kyoryuger Dino Chaser set with Kyoryu Red. And guys, I'm Jason X for SCNS Live. Keep on nerding.